Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming's Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 12, reactions, and wow, what an episode. And first of all, I'm sorry I have to torture all of you guys with this big picture of Simon because it's important, and I know it's going to be a little creepy, but this is a podcast, so you're free to look away instead of staring at this for 20 minutes. But this is the Walking Dead reaction, and this is just unfiltered, raw reactions to what happened tonight. Tomorrow we will do the step-by-step recap, but I have to, I got to tell you, this was a little bit breathtaking. Not only that, but some of the things that we were spot on, and not the spoilers, the predictions and some things that are happening now and are going to happen in the future. So I'm just going to ask you right now. First of all, I want to know what the group thinks. I appreciate all of you being here. Right side of the election wants to know, will Jadis kill Negan? So, you know, that's a great question. Let's go ahead and get this thing going right now with the super chat. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to ask the group, and then I'll get into your reactions. Do you think, was everybody shocked at Jadis at the end? So who thinks that Jadis is going to kill Negan? Who thinks that Jadis will barter with Negan? I know that was a question on Talking Dead. Or who thinks there will be some other event? Leave your Jadis thoughts and predictions right now. I'm looking forward to some of this stuff tonight. Whew, I'm still just a great episode. I knew this was going to be one of the better ones, but it exceeded my expectations. Yep, definitely surprised, Crawfish. Bumblebee says Jadis will turn him over to Maggie. Yeah, he's going to live. Linda Owen says she will not kill him. Ooh, Jason, the mixologist. Some pretty good mixologist bombs. He says Jade is going to capture Rick as well. Jade's going to take them both. Ooh, and Scott says Negan will kill Jadis. Very shocked she might. All right, we got another super chat up to bat. Notice what I did there? With the Flaming Lucille. Epic Vids number 8 says, how many people will die next week? Oh boy. I think a few. I mean, judging by the fact that Simon is on his way up there, I think it's all going to start going down next week. I don't think it's going to go to 14. I think 13. I think there will be a major death and a few others. I'm going to say 4. So we get the spoilers. You guys right now, leave how many deaths you think will happen. Actually, you know what? It's going to be more than that, because if they're shooting at each other, how about let's go with 8. I'll raise it. I'll go from 4 to 8. You leave your predictions right now. How many people do you think are going to die in next week's episode? Hopefully all that's coming through. Pug says all 38 prisoners. Death to Heavy Metal, not this week. I think it's going to be 14 for Jared. All right, we're going to get the next super chat. So, yeah, I'm going to go with 8, and I'll say one major character. Right side of the election's coming back. Will Dylan and Jared die as prisoners? Maggie won't kill him. I think Morgan will kill Jared. Dylan, I got a feeling that Jesus is going to save him. And Valar goes, I love that. Double super chat. Love the fight scene. There you go. Awesome comment. Awesome. Oh, we got numbers all over the place. We got people. So people are looking forward to a lot of deaths next week. Jason saying 10, Kristen saying 6, Sheila 6, Chosen One 4. So nobody's really coming in saying 0. JB is 13, so we're expecting a lot of epic stuff coming out of next week. I got to get into a topic because then there'll be another super chat flying left and right. So if you're not pumped up from this episode, I don't know what to tell you. So I'm going to give you my... let's go back. Your most shocking moment in tonight's episode. So we got hundreds of people in here right now. So if you're reacting and I said, what is the thing that you had the biggest reaction to? What exactly was it? And there's a lot of stuff to choose from. We're going to read a few of these comments. Oh, someone came in and said 0. Kel said Dwight setting the car on fire. The ending with Jadis was the most shocking for Epic Vids. DP says when Dwight tossed the cigarette. The naked walker. Georgie. Yeah, a lot of people I think are going to say Georgie. Jadis with Negan. Enid stepping up to Michonne. Yeah, that was a little shocking too. She's like, step down. All right. Right side. Throw another super chat in there. And question is, will Negan kill or demote Simon now? You know, I'm going to go back to, I'm still on the fence on this. And I'm going to ask the group while I'm explaining my situation here. I'm going to ask the group, will Negan kill Simon or will Simon get away? Because of what Simon wants to do, I still kind of think that Simon is going to escape because he's such a powerful villain right now. He might be the most evil. I mean, he's on the verge of being the most evil ever in The Walking Dead. So to kill him and then strip Negan of his power really makes things like, why? When I think that there's some more stuff they can do with Simon. Michelle Yang says they cannot kill him. Salem Blue says Simon's going to get away. Gene Atkins says, give him the iron. Gene, you are ferocious. You are ferocious. So, for me personally, I'm going to give you the 2 most shocking moments of tonight's episode. And the reason they were shocking is because this is what I love about you guys, and honestly, this is what I love about the structure of the 999 Army and the channel, is how we sort of go about the dialogue. Because, you know, we do the recap, and then after the recap, we sort of get into predictions. Like Tuesday, Wednesday, hey, we think this will happen, and we're predicting all year, right? Well, 2 things that came out that were not in any spoilers anywhere were Simon being found out by Rick, and we discussed this. So as our group, when it came out, and I'd mentioned, well, wouldn't it be kind of weird if Simon sort of mentioned, or I'm sorry, if Rick sort of mentioned out of the blue, like, hey, oh, you're going to save us like you saved the scavengers? And when that happened, it was almost like, bam, okay, that was kind of cool. And then Georgie talking about the future, because about 3 weeks ago, that was just a stream how we were talking about The Walking Dead needs to start preparing for the future, and then bam. So when those 2 things happened, that to me was shocking, because it was, it's something you sort of expect, but then it happens, and it's like, well, it's pretty awesome. And then the Jadis thing, I'm not going to lie, the Jadis thing was. So not completely shocking, but I was very impressed with Simon, how he manipulated Dwight all the way through the conversation to get him to a point where he turned on Negan. And by throwing the cigarette, that was his confirmation, and that's all he wanted. Simon did not want a lieutenant to oppose him. He knew that Dwight is probably the only person that, if Negan were gone, could take away some of Simon's influence from the Saviors. So once he got him to throw that cigarette or flip that cigarette, he's like, good answer. Then you knew that Dwight could not back out at that point. So he played him. Now, whether or not Negan really wanted him, and I think it did start with the whole motorcycle thing. Dwight's getting on the motorcycle, so Negan might not have even cared if Dwight rode the motorcycle, but Simon made it look that way, like, no, we got to scout ahead. Negan wants you to come ride with me. And then just so he can sort of work him to see how he feels, if he's going to react to something, his opinion. He just stroked his ego to a certain point. And then just that whole conversation walking through, like I'm standing here with my nuts in the breeze, and basically I'm exposed telling you everything. You need to tell me something. And then he got it. He got, bam, the cigarette toss. Unbelievable. So I'm going to ask the group right now. We talked about this a little bit earlier. Simon, or I keep saying, I'm so fired up with Simon because this big picture of Simon. Dwight is a man without a home right now. So will Dwight attempt to redeem himself? I almost thought that, well, actually, let me ask this question. Did Dwight want to ride ahead to warn the Hilltop? Do you think that that was why he wanted to ride the motorcycle? It did seem like that, right? It seemed like that was the resistance. So Dwight wanted to signal ahead, and at that point, you don't know if Simon knows that he's crooked. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But if there's any doubt whatsoever, he was going to sort of, it was dual purpose. He interrogated him and also got his buy-in. So at this point, next week, can and will Dwight do anything to slow down the attack on Hilltop? I feel like, and this will come out officially in a spoiler at some point this week, I feel like this is where Dwight's going to get himself taken prisoner. He's going to try to do something to step in, or he's going to play his hand. Maybe he saves somebody. Maybe he saves Tara. And for the group, what do you think Dwight specifically could do? Paris says Dwight is playing Simon and getting more information for Rick's group. So I'm going to go on record right now and kind of throw my prediction out there, and we will talk about it. And, hey, maybe if it happens next week, it's going to be another one of those, hey, aha moments. And we'll claim that we said it here first. So I feel like Dwight has to do something, and the reason he hasn't is because there's no Rick, there's no Daryl, there's no one around. I think when he has a point where he has to choose, they're going to show up at Hilltop, he is going to do something to at least save someone or to stop the battle, and that's what's going to get him captured. Maybe saves Daryl. Saving Daryl could definitely get him some points for the future, right? I don't know who he's going to save, but he just can't. You could tell by the look on his face he was uncomfortable with what Simon was doing. He thought, okay, Negan's gone. Let's go back and start rebuilding the Saviors and form our group. And now you see how twisted and demented Simon really is. From the moment we saw that big picture you see on your screen right now of him turning around slowly, it was all a plan. Simon just wants to kill everybody now. Melanie Shaw, you're right. I don't care. I don't care if he's sorry it was over. I'm going to kill that son of a bitch. No, he ain't going to kill him. Mark my words. Future predictions. Dwight does something to definitely clear his name. After next week, he is off the hook 100%. And number two, because he does that, him and Daryl will become a partnership, and they will go out and hunt for Sherry. I'm saying it now. It's going to happen. It will happen the end of the season and next season. Juwani, saw a picture of Gavin still alive. Is it possible? It is absolutely impossible. Gavin's dead. Gavin is gone. Thank you so much, Juwani, for that super chat. I appreciate your comment, but yeah, there's no way that Gavin is alive, not with that stick right through his throat. Not even the king can keep him alive. No way. All right, we're going to move on to the next super chat. So we got Jason, the mixologist, bomb dropping daily. Some good predictions in the past as well. We're waiting to see if that'll come through. Jason's question or comment is, Kills, what do you think about Tara? Hold on now. Tara's going to tell Simon, and Simon is going to turn on Dwight. I don't think so. If Tara did that at this point, I would want her off the show faster. I think when Dwight walked out and led him away, and Tara actually said to Daryl, like, no, he led him in the other direction. I was trying to kill him. I don't think there's any way whatsoever that Tara can roll over and turn him in at this point. Hellcard says, everybody in Walking Dead has two personalities. You know what? This season they do, because everybody's on edge. I mean, it's a war, so they're doing everything they can to survive. I'm going to go through a couple notes, as I said. Those of you just joining the stream, a couple hundred people here. Number one, if you guys can all do me a favor, appreciate you being here. This is the 5th live stream we've done today, so get back and watch some of the other ones. We are winding it down very soon. If everybody here can just slap that like button, show a little bit of love, get this thing to 150 likes, share it, subscribe to this channel, also to the 999 Dead channel and the 999 Spoiler channel. We'd love to have your input, your thoughts. When we do predictions and we got a lot of different ideas and they kind of come true, it's just an awesome thing. It's not without all of us working together to get there. That's what's so awesome about this 999 Army and this team that we have. So we got the CPH says, how come we haven't heard Negan react to Gavin's death? Last we heard, he sent the team out. Good question. Maybe that will be answered in the next episode. So I think it is just a time frame. Like, Negan's not going to wait for everybody to report back. He probably knows something went down, and that's more incentive for him to storm the hilltop. But my only guess to that would be maybe he doesn't want the Saviors to lose faith. You know, when you're like an army general, you got to keep your team focused, and you got to keep them on the mission at hand. So maybe when he didn't hear Gavin report back, he's probably like, you know what, those people at Kingdom probably got the best of us. But until I confirm it, I'm not going to say anything. Let's just, hey, taint these weapons. Let's get up to Hilltop. Let's teach them a lesson. So he's got to keep the battle going while the indecision is still kind of rolling around. That is a great comment, though. Not only two personalities, I'm going to say Negan, when he's around people and he talks to Lucille, that's one thing. But when he's by himself and he talks to Lucille, that's scaring me a little bit. He is a little bit psychotic. You got to admit that at this point. So I'm going to ask this question, so off the wall, but I want to know. So to get into Negan's character, he talks to a bat. Are there any inanimate objects, anybody in the stream, and you can't say your husband or wife, are there any inanimate objects that you find yourself talking to? Be honest. I want to know. I want to know what it is. Keep it clean, everybody. Keep it clean. Moderators will not allow certain items or things to be typed. Are there inanimate objects around your house that you talk to? Don Machiavelli talks to his car. Derek says my phone. Okay, the TV. Okay, all right. You guys are daughter's baby doll, puppies. Oh my God, you're some crazy freaking people. No, I'm messing with every. I didn't realize. You know what? I'm gonna have to. I'm really gonna have to chart myself and see if there's some things that I do. Maybe I talk to something. I don't think I do, but now that all of you are talking to plants and cars and just random things, I mean, okay, I talk to my cat. That's not an inanimate object. Oh my Lord. Michelle Yang is going around talking to K-pop posters. So, yeah, that happens. Okay, well, hey, I know it's a reaction video, but just one of those questions that you got to know about your subscribers. I learned quite a bit. I do want you guys to know when I ask these questions, just they do show back up in the comment section. I know everybody's so eager just to type all the things they talk to, and they go back and watch that, and it's like, whoa, yeah. But you know what? We're all just going to be open and honest here. It's all good, no problems. Let me go through a couple of the highlights that I penciled in from tonight's show. As I said, this is not a complete recap. We will do that tomorrow night. So think about tonight's episode. Hopefully you took a little bit of notes, because tomorrow we will go really, really detailed. We got about 5 more minutes for this stream. Tomorrow will be a little bit longer stream. So the close-ups I thought were very important. The eerie music in the background, I can't mock it, but it was very eerie. It made me want to look at people funny. I don't know what it was. It was just very strange. The combination of those two made it like a creepy old horror movie. Negan saying to Daryl, "Get your best vest." Obviously, he didn't have his best vest. Simon initially said today's about scaring them. And a couple other points is how the writers are writing Carl's death and making it a much, much bigger picture. You can definitely see how Carl's death is affecting Enid, because Enid said, I killed someone and I lived, he saved someone and he died. How do we go on like that? So not everybody's using Carl's death immediately as a positive. Michonne used it to totally flip the script on Maggie. So they're making this show right now about what Carl wanted people to be. Don't let his death be in vain. Fair or unfair? So another question for the group. Do you think that Carl should be the martyr? That Carl should be the reason everybody is doing the things that they do? Or is that too big? Is that too much of an honor for Carl? Beth says yes. Tommy says unfair. I mean, it's working. Shell says they should have done it before he died. Madison saying yes. Zoe, totally fair. Fair. Oh boy. You're going to throw in some shade at Chandler. I mean, he's not that cool. You should have super chatted that. That would have been preserved in forever. You're going to catch some flack for that. Master of None says yes, leaving impact. Chris is saying fair, otherwise his death means nothing. True. That's the PD bomb. PD bomb says that's exactly the reason they killed off Carl. It is. And I think they have to write it that way. But from a character perspective, is everybody going to respond to that? Oh, you crawfish with a super chat jumping in here saying, will we find out how long NWO has been watching them? You know, I think no. I'm going to say no to that. But I got a follow-up question to your question, oh, you crawfish. I don't think they're going to answer. She says we've been watching it for some while. I don't think when she packs up and leaves that they're going to say that we're ever going to find that out. But the bigger question is, how long before you think we see the NWO again? She said, I'll be back. How long before she comes back? This season or next season? Second half of season 9? After the Whispers? Maybe they show up to help with the Whispers? Well, Lonnie says next season. Ultra Groove, next season, next season. I think it's just good to know that there are other allies that are out there. I didn't mind that little interruption. It did. We talked about it early today, and some people, and I agree, it could have been a little bit of a distraction. But I think it's a welcome distraction. Like, even if things get really bad over the next few episodes, there's still some hope out there for the world. And the fact that Georgie delivered the book that I was talking about 3 weeks ago and said they need to start focusing on the future and building things and getting back to farming and aqueducts and finding a cure. Because ultimately, it's got to be about finding a cure, not just living. Yeah, I mean, it kind of got it in there, but didn't kill the vibe. Real says, that woman was wearing makeup, for heaven's sake. Who does that in the pocket? Rosita does. Of course she does. You know, before that date with Spencer. I mean, wouldn't you? If you had a date with Spencer, wouldn't you wear makeup? Well, we do have a resident makeup expert. If you guys have not seen Michelle Yang's channel, then check it out. Michelle, just your opinion. Fashion advice for Georgie? Maggie's like, I wouldn't date Spencer. All right. I'm jumping around here. You know what, Chosen One? I have not read that far in the comics. I'll go with the crowd. I'll say, if it's NWO, it's NWO. Let's go with it. Well, Petey, I think you always, you know, it's like now. I mean, wouldn't you want to find a cure for any major disease or any major illness? Just improvement of life. Something to look forward to. The bigger picture. It's all flipper sticky. Was that the word she used? Oh, Paris says Georgie is Deanna 2.0, a planner. This is a rowdy group tonight. I can see we're going to be really diving into this all throughout the week. All right, we're going to get a couple more comments in. We're right at 30 minutes, so once again, just want to make a couple announcements why we're picking the last couple comments to highlight. Thanks to all of you. I appreciate everybody being here. 5 streams today. So Monday night will be the recap. Tuesday night we'll get a prediction. Wednesday night will be a topic as well. We are going to get back to random things maybe this week. And we may not have a stream Friday. We should still be good for Thursday, and then of course Sunday is Sunday at noon. We do the Walking Dead Junkies. We have a couple different episodes that we're going to run with Fear to get some of that chat going on the 999 Dead channel, and of course 8 o'clock we do our countdown. So the only thing I can ask, subscribe to all 3 channels and look at your notifications, and also you guys can see in the corner the Walking Dead 999 Army. So if you're with us on Facebook, you'll see those posted as well, and our moderators will get that word out to everybody. So we need a comics with Killshot stream. We could definitely do that because I learned a lot from you guys. I've learned a lot from people that are hardcore comic fans, and we will get back to ramping some of those up as well. All right, 2 more comments, and then we will close this reaction thing down. So I'm going to go ahead and let me pick some things that we can flibber sticky. That's what it was. So they were eaters. First comment is, what do you guys think about Rick's shooting ability? I mean, he was a cop. He was a cop, and this is the second time this season he has been 15 feet away from Negan and cannot put 1 bullet in that man. Negan did say, "I'm a cat." Scott said he was trying not to kill him. Good point. Melanie Shaw said, Rick only shoots bad when it comes to Negan. I have no experience shooting a weapon at large, but I can say I could have. Well, here's the problem. All right, here the ultimate in irony. Father Gabriel can close his freaking eyes and pull the trigger and can hit his target. Rick can fire off 20 shots, maybe more than 20. I'll go back and count for you guys, and cannot hit him 1 time. Anything wrong with that? In this entire season, I bet Rick has probably shot at him 50 times. So I think we need to get Father G shooting people. Oh, maybe Carl. So one person said, Melanie said that was God that directed Father G, and then someone else said maybe it's Carl who's directing Rick. I see where you went with that. Shooting on adrenaline, says Alicia James. Yeah, even on adrenaline. Look, this would be the way I would do it. If you fire, squeeze the trigger, whatever, a couple times, and if it's not doing the job, just move it back and forth, like right to left. If the first 10 in one direction didn't hit, why do you think the 11th is going to? I'd figure 8 with that thing. I'd pull the trigger and just figure 8. I wouldn't even go left to right. Or I'd spell my name. Give me a K, give me an I, something like that. All right, and to close it down, and we were going to talk about this at length tomorrow. Do you think there was any chance that Rick was going to cut a deal with Negan? Negan offered Rick 25%. This is a one-time special, 25%. But you got to work for me. You got to start out as a janitor. Now, I know he wasn't going to take that deal. But do you think that if Simon would not have killed all the scavengers, that Rick would have been prone to a deal or a counter offer? Leave your thoughts and comments, and we will wind this thing down. Eric Johnson says, no chance at a deal. Lenore says, no deals. Madison Dickey, no deal. No chance. Hell no. No way. Hell no. Wow, I got a lot of hell no's. Hey, just a question. Whoa. Man, we're all... Never. Rick is not. All right, a couple more comments here, and... So the follow-up to this is, would Carl want Rick to work out a deal with Negan? We know the answer to that question. All right, everybody, while you're answering that, I just want to thank you for being here. We are winding down. It has been a long, long day. 12 hours of streaming off and on. So appreciate everybody here. Over to the left, you can see the Patreons. Also, those are the people support on the Patreon site. There's a sponsor button there, and we've got 3 brand new sponsors. So I want to give a shout out to Vonda, also to Pete D, and to Wilson. Those are our 3 sponsors. I'm going to get like a little thing up there to acknowledge them as well. They get a special badge, and then we're going to work out some emojis, some other things. And, of course, we got just our random super chatters. Appreciate you guys. And I appreciate everybody's in the stream right now because I know it's late, and there's a lot of other things that you could be doing, but you're spending time with the 999 Army, and it was an awesome episode. Rumors are getting out there that Fear the Walking Dead is going to be freaking amazing. So I don't want you guys to check out on that. We're going to hype that up just like we hyped this up. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream tonight. You guys are awesome. The moderators are awesome. Give me a quick 999. If you're watching the playback, then this is the closing credits. Once this video goes live, get over there, leave your comments. I know I didn't answer everybody's question, but type your question, and then if you see somebody else with a question, answer their question. And I'm not going to tell you not to text and drive, but I am going to give you my thing on the internet. Let's not call people idiots. If somebody asks a question you don't like, respond to their question or don't respond to their question, but referring to someone in a derogatory tone, and I know you can't change all of that, it's just the nature of things to a certain degree today, but that really is my pet peeve, is try to do the best you can to be bigger and turn the other cheek and help somebody with their question, because sometimes they don't know that the question is that bad. So anyway, there you go. That is my 2 cents for tonight. And I want to give some shout-outs. So we're going to give shout-outs starting with Ruiner187, Julie Bellamy, Lamar Lanham, Petey Wheatstraw, Bumblebee Brown, Maggie, Lenore, Young, Hefe, Leopard Lady. Who else we got? B Loves 999 The Walking Dead. Thank you so much. Bill Whittam. My moderators, Bree, Emmy, Stephanie, Tommy, and Kel. Guppet Master, thank you so much. OU Crawfish. The Jeffro, Chris Rainig, Michelle Yang, thank you. The Catnat, Future Llama, Michael McCovey, Davina, Tanoya, Crystal Gilliam, Miles G, Gene Atkins, Randall Roundtree, Habib, thanks for being here, Ron Burgundy, Gina Crockett, Scott Kernan, DJ Domstott, Carolyn Fritz, The Walking Dead Nerd, made all 5 streams, I know for sure. A lot of you guys did. I'm going to ask that as a question tomorrow night, see who was here for all 5 of them. Melanie Shaw says, 999 channel, best on YouTube. That's high praise. Thank you so much, Melanie. Carlisle RR. Who else we got in the house? 1189 Paris, throwing that super chat in there in the closing credits. Thank you so much. Alicia James, thank you so much for being here tonight. Epic Vids 8, Drama King, New York City. Pickles, thank you for being here, Pickles. Helicard, Chris Salisbury, thank you, Chris. Hippo in the house, as always. Thank you, Hippo. Garrett Farmer. What's up, Debbie Martin? Thanks so much for being here. Jason, the Mixologist Daily. Tommy V, thanks, Tommy. Thanks for being here, Jordan Rodriguez. Ricardo Wakima. Melinda Kettler. Thanks, Melinda. Have a good night. Chosen One 86. Thank you so much. 999 PPP. Thanks for being part of the Army. Rubelo's channel as well. Thanks, Walani. Hey, we'll get some Heath soon. I got a feeling we're going to see some Heath. Hopefully we see him alive. It's all right, Jacob Howard. Thanks for being here. You can always go back and watch the playback. Danny Verbanik. Thanks so much, Danny. John Borrega as well. Maybe, Maggie. You know, there could be a gauntlet thrown down of how long I can stream. Maybe we can do an 8-hour stream or a 12-hour stream. More details on that. Trenton Lopez, thank you so much for being here. It's all right, Terry. Hey, you can always watch the playback. It's never too late. And with new playback features, all those comments stream along. So it's like you're watching it live. And if you leave a comment, we'll reply to it. Jim G, it's all right. No problem, Jim. Thanks for popping in. Better late than never. Balar, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. I will try not to let the walkers bite. Anakin, thank you so much. What's up, Mashburn? Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. If it's your first time here, hopefully you will hang out with us more often. Anybody's new, just hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you back. We want all kinds of chat in here. A lot of different opinions, so we can definitely use a few more. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to wind this thing down. If I missed you in a shout-out, I apologize. I could do these things all night long. Make sure that you get in here tomorrow night. We're going to do a full recap. Talk to you soon. Peace.